Guys, this is Apostle. Thank you so much for being with me on this fabulous day. It is as above, so below. This is Moon's Day. We appreciate each and every one of you guys that are tuning in. I'm coming on early because I want to share some information with you so it'll make your spiritual journey a lot more easier, and that if you have a better understanding of utilizing certain spiritual truths, it will benefit you. A lot of you guys that I appreciate you have joined my YouTube account. Many of you guys have joined my Patreon family as you being notified. One of the things that I love to do is teach universal law. So it doesn't matter if you practice Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Christianity. It is so very much. Hello to you as well. How y'all doing? Thank you for catching up with me today. I'm going to be on twice today. We got my Libra up in here. Michelle, the Libra. Thank you guys so much. If this is your first time in my live, post your zodiac sign, where you from. Yes, I want to share some stuff because I want a lot of you guys to start benefiting more from the time that you spend in your spiritual practice, whether it is meditation, whether it's reading your scriptures, whether it is praying the book of Psalms, whether it is doing your conjure. Tree Rhonda, what's up, Aries? What's up, sweet? Facebook showing up. Whether you are, I want to show these cards again. I utilize these. My Gemini from South Africa. What's up? Much love to you. These are my 72 names of God. This is technology of the soul. This allows me to, it's Kabbalah, and it deals with the tree of life. What's up, Susie Q on Facebook? What's up, y'all? And I wanted to come on here because before we talk about the stuff that I want to talk about tonight, I want to give you guys a better understanding about, we're going to talk about negative talk against positive action. Whether you practicing any of the ATRs, that's African traditional religions, and Hoodoo, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo. I see this so very much. What's up there, Peter Miller from Trinidad? What's up, my Sagittarius? What's up? We got them all over the world. Let me explain something to you guys. If you don't understand the power of the tongue, then you're going to struggle. I'm going to say that again. If you don't understand the power of the tongue, you're going to struggle in every spiritual aspect of any ATR. It doesn't matter if you're Christian. It doesn't matter if you in shamanism, if you're a mystic. The power of your tongue, the ashe from the tongue, it is so very important when you're trying to manifest positive outcomes for yourself. And there's too many people, no matter if they're in Christian belief, whether they're in Voodoo, Santeria, you will be, I'm not surprised because I have a lot of people that I do, I counsel with from different religions, and I see the amount of negative talk that they do regarding the things that they claim that they want. When you want a certain outcome, you got to understand the power of your tongue. So when we get ready to talk about this, if you want me to do some readings, I'll do that. But I came on here because I really want to do a teaching that when we talk about the stuff that we're going to talk about tonight, that many of you guys will start doing some self-reflection, okay? What's up, Christina L. Turner, my Sag? Yes, I'm early on today because I'm trying to get, especially the people that decide that they want to work with me or they want to deal with me. I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is in Aries, and my rising sign is Pisces. We want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. Now, the reason why this is important is it has all to do with what is coming out of your mouth. A lot of you guys are good at saying what you want, but you're not very good of how you utilize your tongue when it comes to the things you want, a desired outcome, okay? Whether it is a legal situation, whether it is concerning your healing, whether it is concerning your relationships, whether it's concerning your finances. At the end of the day, the power of the tongue affects your outcome. I don't care how strong the practitioner is. If you are speaking negatively concerning that, a lot of time, and I know in my church, I've had to literally cast down false imaginations. Greetings to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Happy Me After. Thank you for joining us. I have literally spent more of my energy casting down negative speaking or negative mindsets of the people that I'm trying to create a positive outcome for their life. Because a lot of us, we don't, like, you got to really admit where you are in your state of mind. Do you have the capacity to believe what you're asking for? Jesus said, believe it, I can do these things. He asked the woman, you asking me this, but do you even believe this is even possible? The scripture very clearly said, all things are possible to him or her that believe in him, right? Thank you. Said life and death is now that we understand the concept of that, now we got to understand how much are we speaking regarding life or death to a situation. A lot of you guys, let me use healing as an example. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Brittany _ you'll come to me and say, well, I want to get healed of cancer. But then you will spend the next 4 to 5 minutes talking about your cancer. I'm going to say it again. You will come to me for divine healing for cancer, but then you will spend the next 45 minutes of our time together talking about your cancer. You are reinforcing the energy of the disease. Instead of you killing the disease with the power of death in your tongue and cursing it where that cancer will dry up or be removed, you will spend the next 45 minutes establishing its existence in your life. I need y'all to stop that. If you don't want something to be a reality in your life, it's just like we have those things because I used to buy them for my kids from Sam's. We used to the blow up balloons or the blow up machines where the bounce houses and all that. If you don't want those existing in your life, then you need to stop reinforcing it with your own ass shape, your own chi. I just did a video this morning on people idolizing their okay, we on cue. Now, I have Matthew the 12th chapter, 36 through 37. I need you to hear this. It said, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by your words ye are justified, and by your words you are condemned. Now I want to read this again to everybody that's slow and you want to blame everybody. It says, every idle word you speak, you shall be held in account. The ashay that you give to whatever situation or circumstance or entity that you claim that you don't want poverty in your life, you don't want lack in your life, you don't want trifling people in your life, then stop giving ashay. Stop speaking or establishing. The Bible says if you decree a thing, it shall be established. Decree means affirmation. When you keep saying something over and over, that is considered decreeing. That is an affirmation that you are saying, I got cancer, I got leukemia. Oh, I'm always going through something. I'm always finding the wrong. Stop affirming negative situation and you're looking for a positive outcome. That is negative. You are giving power, or you're making it more difficult to get a positive outcome because of the things that are coming out of your mouth. And let me explain something to you. Y'all can lie to me or anybody. I prefer you not to lie to me. But you're not going to lie to God about what's coming out of your mouth. Some of you guys are professional dream killers. Some of you guys will deflate the aspiration out of your dreams and your goals. Many of you guys are you don't know how to go about knowing that a situation may not look the way you want it to look, but I'm going to speak those things that be not as though they were. What do you think that really means? It's not you sitting there ignoring that you may have an ailment. It's not you sitting there saying, no, you don't have a situation. But I am going to speak into existence what I want to materialize in my life. I am not going to affirm, or I'm not going to establish the continued existence of something in my life I don't want. You got to know how this stuff works. It's too many of y'all claiming to be spiritual and claiming to love God, and you know, I'm tired of. Then if you're tired of going through it, then stop affirming it. Stop doing things that reposition that thing back into your life. In other words, if you are eating things that are keeping you sick, then stop doing it. That means you will stop taking negative actions against the positive results you're looking for. It is not just the incense and the candles. It's not just the crossroads. It's not just invoking spirits. It's not just getting readings. Your ashe, thank you so much for the roses. Y'all know I'm a Sagittarius. I'm with it, okay? It said, by your words you are justified, and by your words you are condemned. I have legal situations that I decree before I even go to court that I already got the victory. And I move in what I speak. I don't move in what my opponent is doing. It is too many of you guys are concerned about what the other person doing. I'm going to say this again. Your action must align with your mouth. Exactly. Too many of you guys that claim you want a better life, you are more in alignment of what you don't want than you're in alignment of what you claim you want. And the reason why I say claim, because if that's what you want, then you will come in alignment mentally, emotionally, and physically. All of you will be in alignment if that's really what you want. But what's happening is all this good prana, all this good energy is going out for you, and you talking about when it gonna happen. What's up, Calvina? My God system. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not in the business. I'm 49, about to be 50. I am not in the business of wasting any of my ass shape. I'd rather teach you and show you you're condemning your own self before you even get started. He said, by your words you are justified, and by your words you're condemned. What if you don't believe God is a divine healer, then why waste your time in prayer? Go to the doctors, whatever the doctor, because I get tired of people talking about what the doctor say. If you're going to believe the doctor, then go to the doctor. Don't waste my time. And if you're going to believe God, don't go to your doctor wasting his or her time. Y'all understand? Nobody is in control of you but you. Whatever path you are seeking your deliverance, your healing, your breakthrough from, that's what you need to be doing. Don't be wasting the other person's time when you want to tell them about what you believe in. Because the doctor is there to do physical work on you. And they're going to go by their medicine. The wise woman are going to go by his or her herbs. You are spending time with people that your words and your actions are contradiction. That's why I say negative talk against positive action. What's up there, my Sagittarius sister Brickhouse up in this mug? They keep seeing the glass half empty, then half full. Listen, I'm going to say it like this. I don't even care if you acknowledge that you got a dilemma. As a spiritual man or woman or somebody that is practicing a spiritual ATR, you're supposed to look at that situation like God did. Sarah did not see herself having a baby. So God was not concerned about what you see. He's concerned about what he said gonna come to pass. It is not about what you believe. It's about what you know God has the capability of doing. Jesus asked that woman, the very thing you asking, do you even believe I can do it? It's too many of you guys got stuff on the order that you don't even believe it's even possible. You got to first believe it can be your reality. You can't just be talking this good talk. You have to literally believe that you can live in that reality. And you will align with that reality if you got to leave mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousin, job, business, whatever. In order for Abraham to become the father of many nations, he had to leave the land that he was accustomed to. Here go these. Sometimes to get the victory, you got to practice something you ain't never practiced before. Sometimes in order to get the victory, you got to be around people that you never met before. Sometimes in order for things to get better in your life, you got to eat food that you never ate before. Sometimes in order for you to sometimes you got to make your money in a different way that you're not accustomed. But are you willing to do it? Are you willing to make that transition? Or are you going to speak negative, but you want a positive outcome? You the one are determining how quickly something happened. What's up, my Scorpio from Louisville, Kentucky? Now listen, y'all. We only... Last I checked, we are 9,906 from TikTok from being 10,000. And we're only 911 subscribers which is 89, I think, away from being 1,000 on YouTube. Don't play with me, y'all. He had to leave and go. A lot of us leave mentally, but do not move. Exactly. I agree. Let me tell y'all something. Stop saying what don't work when you're not moving in the direction of what you're saying. Stop making this spiritual journey about other people. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Because what happens is you're praying in a direction that you're not moving. And you're praying, the Bible says praying in a mist. In other words, you really don't believe in your heart that this belongs to you. See, I really believe I'm a king's kid. I really believe that God is on the inside of me. I really believe that if I speak something, it will come to pass. I really believe that God will make a way out. I honestly believe this stuff. You understand? And I walk and I move as such. Even when things, I don't see the tangibles of what I'm asking for, I know that God is going to make a way out of no way. That ain't my job. My job is to believe and trust him. The Bible, David said it like this: my heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord. Okay? When you believe, then you put your money where your mouth is. When you believe, you put your feet where you believe at. Huh? Before I ever bought this house that I'm in right now, I walked the grounds. I'm going to say it again. When you believe something, there are certain actions that you take. There are certain sacrifices that you make. And you are willing. It doesn't mean, let me explain something. I'm Apostle Samuel Ely Jr. I've been doing this since a child. Every time God moves for me, I do not know what door, what window, what pavement, what person that he is going to use for me. All I know, he's not a liar, and he will do exceedingly abundantly above all I can ask or think. I don't always know how all of my bills are going to get paid. I just know they're going to get paid. Because some things that he asked me to do, I have to make certain sacrifices. There are certain tools I need to do. There are certain things I need to accomplish. And I have to make them sacrifices. And once I do my part, I'm going to say that again. Once I do my part, then the rest is on the spirit part. Some of y'all ain't first did your part. You still talking about what God gonna do when you first ain't did your part. You still on the boat. You want to walk on the water, but you still in the boat. You out there talking about Peter sinking, but you want to walk on the water just like Peter. But at least Peter got out the boat. Some of y'all talking about dreams and aspirations that you ain't even got out the boat. So why are you wasting people's time talking about what you want and what you can imagine when you ain't even first stepped out the boat? How do you know what you can accomplish if you won't even first move out of your comfort zone? Thank you for sharing my life. This grown people stuff. This is grown people stuff. Your negative talking about your circumstances and your situations is killing what you claim that you want God to do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Then I got Colossians, the 3rd chapter. Verse 8 through 9. It says this: but now ye also put off these things: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. Now, for all of you that claim that you want better out of life, how do you want better out of life when you constantly lying to people? If I say I want what I'm using myself as an example, I say I want 1,000 subscribers, I say I want this. Regardless about who gonna do or not gonna do, I got to first put myself in position and put it out there. People don't know what you want when you so busy trying to make like you don't need nobody. God will cause men to give into your bosom good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. When you admit you have a need, you got to first stop lying about where you at in your life in order to get help. How can God send you help when everybody around you keep hearing you say you don't need no help? Make it make sense. That's negative talking, because it's a lie. Y'all understand this? In order for you to get certain things done in your life, you have to acknowledge what is going on, and then speak in the direction that you want it to go, and then walk in that very direction. Because that's how people believe that you believe what you saying out your mouth. I have to constantly get on people. Don't say that. Don't speak that. Now, these people that claim that they love the Lord, these people, in Voodoo they do it, in Santeria they do it, in Lukumi they do it, in Palo they do it. Why are you working with all these spiritual tools and you're going to be that negative? Why are you going to do a money spell and be that negative? Why are you going to do a heal? Like, make it make sense. Why are you being so negative about a positive outcome that you need? What is it that I can do to make this manifestation come to pass? What is it that I can do in order for this to move more swiftly along? How can I align myself so this don't take that long? That's what you should be doing in due time. But that's not what most people are doing. You sitting back and saying, well, if it's meant to be. What do you mean if it's meant to be? You just declared a thing. What are you talking about if it's meant to be? I said I wanted my church, I was striving for my church this year. And I have been, let me tell y'all something. When I tell you God is moving on the word that I spoke, but I have also took action. I have made certain sacrifices in order for that manifestation to come to pass. You can't be out here just talking about you want to go to school and you ain't even registered. You can't be out here talking about that you want a house and you ain't even trying to get your, you're not even trying to get your credit together. Come on here, somebody. Well, unless you intend to pay that house off cash, if you can't convince you, how you going to convince anybody else? That's a word right there. If you can't even, Paul said, I am fully persuaded in my own mind. Sir and ma'am, you're not 100 with you. You don't even believe it is possible. I'm not going to waste one candle. I'm not going to burn no incense. I'm not going to no river, no crossroad, no cemetery. No, I'm not anointing myself, wasting not one quarter, one nickel, one penny. I ain't touching agree with nobody if I don't believe it by myself. Why involve you in what I'm talking about when I'm not even fully persuaded that it's possible? Are y'all hearing me? You're negative about the things that you have need of. And you want people to be more positive about your dreams, your goals, when you are negative. Your emotional state is important. Because if you feel a certain type of way, then you're going to speak a certain type of way. I can look at it. I used to tell my saints like that. I don't care what it look like. I don't care what it smell like. I don't care what it walk like. If God said a thing, I believe God. There's things in my life that it seems like it's going every way but the way I needed to go. But I do not speak because I know that God is able to change. My head of Risha is Oya. Change. If you believe that God is going to supply your need, then why do you care how he supplies? If God want to make your enemy your footstool, some of y'all can't get certain blessings because you're negative about the people that God is choosing to use in your behalf. Huh? He said, I'm going to make your enemies your footstool. You say, now, I don't like that here. How you going to get to the next level without them being your footstool? Do you want him to put your mammy there to be your, think about it. Let God order your steps. God is the head of my life. He said, in all your ways now he will direct your path. But you got so much to say about the pathway God chooses. But you want me to believe you believe God. You don't believe God like that. I don't care if you practice an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi. You really believe your enemies can do something with you. You don't believe Psalm 25. You really don't believe that your enemies can triumph over you. So that's why you sit there and no matter who you go to and how you pray, you still feel like they can affect your life. Well, ma'am, I don't believe that. I don't believe that if I do what I'm supposed to do, he said if I commit my way unto him, he will make my enemies behave. I believe that. I believe that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I also believe that people have a right to try me, but that doesn't mean they're going to have victory over me. I actually believe that I am more than a conqueror, whether I'm doing voodoo, whether I'm doing Ifa, whether I'm doing Santeria, whether I'm doing Lukumi, whether I'm doing Congo, whether I'm doing Palo. I don't give a damn what I'm doing. I believe that when I do something, it is going to come to pass. I'm going to get the victory. I don't care how. Whether it's on the mountaintop, the valley low, whether it's through the river, whether through the crossroad, whether through the grave, I personally believe. That's what I believe. So when a lot of you come to me, I be looking at you crazy because you're asking for stuff that you're not even trying to, your actions are going very differently than what your words. Thank you for sharing my life. Let me explain something to y'all. This stuff is so deep. This stuff, and let me tell y'all something. I'm talking about people literally think that miracles make people believe. It don't. What's up, Al Marie? What's up, baby? My Tara's in the house. If you have been around, I have people in my church that have seen miracle after miracle, manifestation after manifestation, and they just as negative right now than they were the first day they walked through the door. Because they have not renewed their mind. They do not study the word of God in order for them to understand. See, if you don't understand universal law, then you don't have a foundation to believe on. He said, thy word have I hid in my heart that I may not sin against you. How you going to believe in the Orishas and you don't even study about them? How you going to believe in the Loas and you don't even study about them? That's just like y'all get in a relationship. You get in a relationship with somebody you won't even study. You don't even know who you even trying to be involved with. You're not even putting the time in to have an understanding. So therefore, you cannot be positive about it because you don't know how to be positive. All you know how to do is talk about what you see. You can't get the benefits from the what is it? The aloe for talking about how bitter it is. I'm telling you that the aloe can heal your wounds and heal the lining of your stomach, but all you can talk about is how bitter it is. And Apostle, do you see the thorns on it? And it's really not a pretty plant. Why don't it got to be pretty? Do you want some damn help or not? Why you worried about what the aloe tree look like? Why does it matter? Why does it matter that aloe tree is on the ground? Why does it matter? Oh, in your word, it matters. Oh, I don't want to put nothing dirty in my mouth. You put that. Is anybody trying to hear me? Listen? Why are you standing in front of your pot? Why are you standing in front of your leg wall? Why are you standing there? If you walking in there negative about the outcome, that means you don't even believe not only in yourself, because why do you believe in anything outside of self? First, in order for me to get manifestation, I have to believe in myself. Why you think my prayers work for you? Because they work for me, because I believe he hears me. Some of y'all still trying to figure out whether you are heard by the ancestors, whether God hear you, whether the Orishas hear you, whether the Loas hear you, whether they, like, what are you doing? How can somebody come and make you deviate from what you are believing God for? Even when Isaiah came to Hezekiah and told him to get his house in order, and told him that he was going, his days are numbered. Hezekiah didn't call Isaiah a liar. Isaiah went back to the Creator and said, listen, God, I need you to bless me. Come on here, somebody, huh? And while Isaiah was on his way back to his house, God spoke to him again and said, you go back to Hezekiah and tell him I'm going to give him 15 more years. See, I don't argue with the prophet. I don't argue with the diviner. I don't argue with the seer. I don't argue with nobody. I talk to God. And if God says so, I got to go. And I believe that I got a relationship. I got spiritual credit with God. That if I tell God to spare Sodom and Gomorrah, that's what he gonna do. I don't care how guilty you may be. But if I ask God, I say, for my sake, God, spare them. I believe that he'll do it. I believe that he will have mercy upon those that deserve judgment. That's my relationship. I believe I got it like that with him. I believe I got it like that with the Orishas. I believe I got it like that with the Loas. I believe I got it like that with the Nkisi, because he's the father of all spirits. And if God bless you, if God favors you, then everything that is subject to him must favor you. Huh? Now, those are my beliefs. I'm not negative. And negative is not ignoring what you're going through, but understanding what outcome you're looking for. And stop going in with all those ill emotions. Yes, people done hurt me. People done disappointed me. But I'm not going to remain in that energy because I'm trying to manifest a positive outcome for my life. I don't dislike you enough to mess me up. I'm going to say that again. I don't dislike you enough to mess me up. I don't hate on what you done did to me to the point where I'm going to hinder what I'm trying to do in my life. It just don't mean that to me. Huh? I don't care how good your WAP is. I will find another. I took my sons to the hospital to give them I said, don't you ever lose your mind behind no WAP. I said, because there's brand new WAP born every day. Woman, there's brand new rod born every day at the hospital. What you losing your mind over for? It is brand new skin coming into the world every single day. You have no business of acting as though that there will never be another. Come on here, somebody. There's some stronger, better, and wider. Whatever you like. What's up there, Yin? Think about it. You're so negative against your own positive things that you're doing. Why are you speaking like that? Why are you doing it? God got a cattle on 1,000 hills. You falling out. You losing your mind. Huh? Ain't nothing moving fast enough because you're the one standing still. If you worried about how things moving in your life, then stop standing still. You're standing still in your mind because you're thinking the same way. You're standing still in your emotion because you're still feeling the same way. If you wanted things to move in your life, you would change how you see things, the things that you're speaking, and how you feel. And the only person can control that is you. And I don't care what ATR you're in. You keep going through because you're lying to one another. Colossians 3, 8 through 9 talks about lying one to another. Why are you lying to other people about what you want? She said, you got me jumping off my bed. You better, it is what it is. There's no, let me tell y'all something. I work by the sweat of my brow. I'm not fit to invest not a quarter. If this stuff y'all see on my website, I use my. If this did not work, you would not see Apostle Ely burn one candle. I won't burn no instant. I don't have ego. I'm not for to put a product out there I don't believe in. I know that a lot of you guys will do stuff that you don't believe in. You will be in relationships with people that you don't believe in. You will have sex with people that you don't believe in. Well, sir and ma'am, that is not Apostle Ely. If you see me doing it, I believe. If you see me anointing I wouldn't have this around my neck if I didn't believe that it had ashe in it. No, ma'am. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Only person I got something to prove is to me. And we have already approved of ourselves. Huh? Do y'all get what I'm saying? When you're doing spiritual work, you cannot be the vehicle of negativity and expecting your positive outcomes to come to pass. I don't care how much oil you put on that Toyota, it will never become a Mercedes. Ma'am, sir, I don't care how much positive speaking you speak over that Toyota, it is never going to be a Mercedes. Because you're trying to make something into something it is just not. That's not what it was constructed to do. A lot of times you guys are negative about stuff because you're trying to take somebody's personality away from them. You're trying to take somebody's personal makeup away from them. You're trying to take somebody else's agenda away from them. And you are incorrect, sir and ma'am. You need to understand, a snake is a snake. A giraffe is a giraffe. If you want long neck, you need to be talking to the giraffe, huh? If you want a big behind, you need to be talking to the hippopotamus or the gorilla, huh? If you want a laugh, you need to talk to the hyena. I don't understand that everything in nature knows how to go to what. Listen, Shango is a baby according to dog years. He's a baby. He's 5 months years old. I don't have to tell him certain things. He knows by basic instinct what to do. Huh? I don't understand why you don't know how to tap into your own divine nature. Your own divine nature. Innately, you should know what to do. And some of y'all act like y'all confused. And you're not confused. You just want somebody else to do your work. What's up? He said, what's up, Gully? Much love, my brother. He said, hello, Papa Bear. I'm right here. I'm Grizzly Bear today. I'm tired of these people. Listen, stop putting your time in. And if you're going to give that much affirmation, because that's all being negative, you are affirming or trying to establish a negative outgo. When we're doing curse work and we're cursing a person, a place, a thing, we speak negative over that candle, over that gree bag, over that item, whatever it is, and we put all that negative energy, we put all that negative energy in that item. That's what you're doing to the things that you claim that you want to see come to pass. If I'm going to curse something, I am going to decree negative and for negative outcomes to come to pass over that object. So what is the difference in you doing the same thing to your own life? Ask any person that practices voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, we curse out the doll or whatever we working with. We say all kind of negative, vile things to that particular item. And then either we put it around you or we send it to you. End of story. You're doing the very same thing to your life. And you want somebody to work against what you decreeing against yourself. Praying backwards. Agreed. Somebody said, good morning. I don't know where you at. Where you coming from? Sorcery, synchronicity sorcery. I think I'm seeing that right. I ain't found my glasses yet. No way they at. Let me tell y'all something. A part of manifestation is being one with self. And stop hanging around people. Oh, you in Cali? It's Moon. It's Moon's day. Okay. Let me say this. If you want a positive outcome, and you have placed that much energy, time, and money in a positive outcome, then why don't you protect the investment that you have made for yourself for a positive outcome, and you remove that negative person? Why somebody got to always tell you that person ain't good for you? Why don't you know that they're being negative to what you're trying to produce? Won't you defend your own harvest? No matter what you practice, it's universal. If I'm praying for prosperity for my business, I'm not going to let you sit there. I don't care if you mama, daddy, bro, and speak negative about my business. We got problems. You want somebody, you want the practitioner, you want the voodooist, you want the root man, you want the root lady, you want the shaman to tell you, oh, he's not for you or she's not. You should already know who's moving in your direction or not. Why waste time, sir and ma'am? That's all I'm saying in 2022. Do not get your feelings hurt dealing with Apostle Ely. Do not come here with that negative talk. If you ain't 100 with yourself, you're not going to be 100 with me. If you are not fully persuaded before you step on my territory, don't come effing with me. I am not in the mood. I got goals, I got dreams, and I have intention of achieving them. And that's with or without you. And you should have the same mindset. You got the power within you. That's why I tell you about your zodiac sign. You're a Capricorn. You're a Leo. You're a Scorpio. You're a Babala. You're a Tata. You're a Mamba. Why are you doing all this work? It's like literally that's like you paying $100,000 for your child education. And after they go to college and get a master's degree, they go to McDonald's and get a job as a cashier. If that ain't an insult to your investment, I don't know what else it is. Because they don't need your $100,000, no, however you got it, to go and be a cashier at McDonald's. And that's what a lot of you do. God has placed all this treasure on the inside of you, and then you settle for less. And you think God is pleased? You think the Orishas are pleased? You think the Loas are pleased? You think the Inkisi is, like, think about it. You dealing with kings and queens. Come on here. Think about it. Then what we doing all this for? If I'm gonna be riding, if I'm gonna take the back seat to life, then I don't need to be doing, like, I need to give all this up. If I'm not gonna be the head, and not the tail. If I'm gonna be the tail and not be the head, then what I'm doing all this for? They show you exactly who they are, 100%. But my thing is, when you see who people are, why are we still talking about these people? Why aren't you moving around or moving over them? How many years do you got to keep wasting your time talking about Tyrone don't want nothing, or Sheila just want to have babies, or Mr. Bob, all he want to do is get some tail, he don't want to marry? Why are you, if they have shown you where they want to go and what they want to do with their life, it's simple to me. It's simple to me. You told me that you want to live in an apartment and I want a mansion. We can't do it. We can't do it. What up there, T. Carter, huh? My Scorpio. You done already told me you don't want no kids and I want 5 kids. There ain't nothing else to talk about. You ain't a bad person. I ain't a bad person. I'm on my... You don't want nothing. You don't want to further your education. I want to become a doctor and write books. We cannot function together. It is, to me, it is so very, very simple. How can I not waste my time? First of all, not wasting your time is finding out as much as you can about self. Listen, to some of y'all, when I say I've been doing this since a child, I'm 49, I'm 50 years, that means nothing to some of y'all. Because some of y'all, just like you've been going to school forever, you ain't never got a degree. Well, when I say that I've been doing this, I have been mastering my craft. And I have been manifesting since I've been a child. I literally, when I was a kid, I had my cousin, my female cousin had a dog. Listen, y'all, it had fleas and everything. I don't know, for whatever reason, I fell in love with the dog. And my other cousin had nice Rottweilers, and their dogs were clean and all that. My dog, once I got the dog, it was a man. I was going to try to heal the dog, fix the dog. Dog ended up dying. They started laughing at my dog, right? I didn't have a dog that long and it died. That's how bad off the dog was. But I took to it, right? I was a kid. So let me explain this to you. I went in to my Monopoly set as a child. I went in and got a dog out of my Monopoly set. Went in my mom's room, got her black thread off of her dresser, and made me an amulet. And made an amulet as a child from a Monopoly, not from the Botanica, not from the spiritual supply place, not from Amazon. I went in, thread off of my mother's dresser, black thread, and the dog out of my Monopoly set, and I did an incantation over that dog from watching He-Man from Shadow Weaver. And I was in the backyard when I did it. 2 days later, both of their dogs died. I ain't just started manifesting. That's my point. That's what I was doing. I've been doing this since I was a kid. And some of you all do not respect experience. And because some of y'all are such liars, you think everybody lying to you. No, I'm not lying. You's the lying ass. I am telling you the truth, and you're not being in alignment with the truth. And let me explain it to you like this. If everybody is telling you a lie, then you need to realize that's a self thing. Everybody not lying. Everybody ain't trying to get over you. Everybody ain't trying to use you. Everybody ain't trying. And some of y'all, let me say this. Some of y'all ain't got enough money to get y'all through the week. I want to know how people robbing you. I want to know how people taking all your money. You ain't got enough money to get you past Tuesday. It's Monday. Where's your mental where you literally think that somebody is like, you don't have enough to take care of your kids? We can't rob you. You ain't got nothing to rob. Let me tell y'all something. I have did everything I can do in a reasonable way, a cost-efficient way to give you guys opportunity to get spiritual help for yourself. And my donation on prices, they're just going to go up. Because you know what? I'm like, you spend so much of your energy, your ashe, being negative about what you want out of your own life. That's self-sabotage. Do you not understand that, sir? Do you not understand that, ma'am? You're not only wasting, let me tell you something, because in my book, you're going to pay for my time. So if you want to spend your whole hour being negative about your life, that's your business, because you're going to pay for that. But to other people, you're wasting their time because you're being negative about an outcome that you need to be positive about. If you want to get healed, then do what you got to do to get healed. If you want financial breakthrough, then do what you need to do. Stop walking around here talking about, well, I got to do this. It's not working because you are already negative. I told you guys about this banishing oil. I only have 20 something left. You know what's going to happen? Once I run out of this oil, you know what they're going to do? Apostle Edith, please, could you make a... No, ma'am. I don't care if your mama is the Pope. I don't care if your daddy is Jim Gotti. I don't care. I told you I'm only making 50. Y'all like to wait till everything is gone and you ain't got no more supply, and now all of a sudden you want everybody to feel sorry for you. Well, let me tell you about a story called The 5 Wise and the 5 Foolish. End up being a fool in the end of the day. You ain't hurt nobody but yourself. If somebody, I don't care if they practice roots, I don't care if they practice spirituality, conjure, shamanism, if they're not talking to you in this reality, then they don't mean you no good, and they don't mean themselves no good. Because I don't have time to be lying to people. I really don't. When we gonna do some stuff this evening, we not wasting no time. I have time for manifestation. Some of you guys, I want to say to you all that are supporting Apostle Ely, and you know who you are financially, Cash App and supporting Apostle Ely, I will not forget your labor of love. For all of you that come to my lives and that you are always trying to freeload, I am not the brother to eat a free deal off, because I'm going to get mine. Huh? I remember this lady told this girl she had owed her $200. And the girl wasn't paying her. She said, listen, I'm going to get my $200. You either give me my $200, I'm going to take $200 out your ass. Either way, it don't bother me. I'm going to get mine. What's up, Sister Jackie? In life, you have to be making decisions and being around people that are going to watch and be positive and work towards your objective. Listen, in the law of probability, you can miss one question and still get an A. But you can't miss 10 questions and get an A. You understand? You got to be doing what you need to do to get the outcome you're looking for. In order for me to get the outcome that I'm looking for in my life, I got to do the work. All I'm telling you, a lot of you guys, you want to put a little in and get a whole lot out. I don't know who taught you spirituality. I know 6 different ATRs quite well. And in all of those ATRs, it take work. So if you a voodoo practitioner, it take work. If you in Congo, it take work. If you in shamanism, it take work. If you dealing with the dead, it take work. If you dealing with roots, it take work. If you dealing in Christianity, it take work. If you dealing in Islam, it take work. So, sir and ma'am, Paulo, it take work. I don't know who told you that you're going to be able to sprinkle a little bit of oil down and they're going to protect your whole house. Huh? Unless you live in a playhouse, you're going to need more oil than that. Some of y'all go out and you anoint the front yard, but you want to anoint the backyard. That makes as much sense as saying you clean when you want to wash the top part of your body. You done left your ass and everything else unclean. That don't mean you clean. Just because you wash your face and your hands and your chest don't make you clean. You have to wash your whole body. You got to get into these ATRs with your whole mind, your whole soul, and your whole mind. Other than that, you only wasting your time. You're not going to trick the spirit. Said Towers in the house. Happy Monday. Yeah. All right, guys. The reason I said earlier that I got on here, it is too many people on these social medias making y'all think y'all can just go out here and buy spiritual tools and then you can, for the next 24 hours, speak negative about your court case. Speak negative about your health. Speak negative about your finances. Speak negative. And you don't call it negative. You just, in your head, you're saying, well, I'm just telling you what's going on. No. That's not how spirituality works. When you want manifestation, you speak what you want, the reality you want to live in. You walk in the vibration and the frequency that you want to exist in. You do not speak in the negativity and speak against the reality of for which you want. You want to be in abundance, you need to get you some citrine. Align with citrine. And stay in that vibration and that frequency and operate accordingly. Some of y'all want everybody to believe that you in college, but you talk like you in elementary. Make it make sense. I know this lady got all kind of PhD. Now, first of all, I know I got some people on here that went to school for real. I have certain people that around here telling people they got 14 PhD degrees. Do you know how long you got to be in school to get 14 PhD degrees? So some things should sound so asinine that you don't even entertain it. How in the world you got that much education and you don't even sound like you can made your way out of the Cracker Jack box? Huh? You been practicing voodoo that long and you don't know about Bozo? Like really? Like make it make sense. How you been practicing that strong in spirituality and you that fearful? You lack that. You don't have enough trust to get you around an apartment. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Show me that you believe in what you believe in by the way that you conduct yourself in your spirituality. Oh, my oil powerful, or my candles are powerful. Show me by the way that you conduct your life. Huh? What time I got? If you guys want to support Apostle Ely, certain ma'am, you want me to do a reading? I will do a reading for you. Cash out $20. But if you want to see the furtherance of what I'm talking about and teaching on these social media platforms, please, sir and ma'am, go to my YouTube account, Apostle Samuel Jr., and join and help further this particular message and these messages that I give, okay? Black Pearl, I see you. Thank you so much for joining us. All people want is readings. I already know you're not spiritual. Because if you're not going to apply the necessary, it costs money to do this type of work. Anybody telling you anything other than that, they're lying to you. Some people cost more than others, but it all costs at the end of the day. Ain't nothing for free. And you cannot be in these ATRs constantly speaking negative about currency, which is money. Currency is what is going to get you some of the items and the tools you need. And you got to start learning. Oh my God, I forgot. Oh. I forgot to send my godfather a Father's Day offering. I'll do it today. I told him I've been going on. I've been doing for everybody else and doing, and forgot to send my own godfather offering. But I'll do it today. I do unto others as I will want others doing. I'm not teaching you or telling you nothing I do not do. And people wonder why God keep moving for me, why the spirits keep moving for me. It's not about you when you want to tap into that ashe of your elders or the people that you are up under. I do right by my godfather. Love yourself. Oh, you did? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. She said she loved my Sunday service. Yes, let me tell y'all something. I teach because that's a mandate on my life to teach knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And let me tell y'all something. No matter how much I teach, it is not going to manifest in your life if you don't apply it. It takes work to apply my teaching. Okay? That's why I tell people don't ask me about mentorship if you won't go watch The Karate Kid. Because me and you going to clash. If you do not watch that movie, me and you going to have problems because you're going to think I'm being funny and you think I'm using you because you don't understand real spirituality. Real spirituality is a lifestyle. Yeah, we have I do on Sunday services. Let me tell y'all something. I am looking for people that resonate with what I'm doing and that are willing to invest in my ministry. And those that I see that are investing in my ministry, once I get to the place that God is taking me, I'm going to turn back and be a blessing to those people. I can't help you. I'm a firm believer, and I would say to all these, to my babies and all that, you can't help nobody until you get converted. In other words, I can't help you get to level 11 until I get there. All of you guys that are trying to pull people up while you going, that is not wisdom. You're going to mess around and fall down. You got to first get there. You got to get to the destination where you get it, and then you can turn around and strengthen your brothers and sisters. You got to first go through the process yourself before you can help somebody else go through the process. It is too many of you guys are trying to accomplish goals and trying to help other people while you're trying to. You can't do it. I can't help you until I get to where I'm trying to get. I got to pour into myself right now in order to get to there. So when I get there, once I become strengthened, then I can turn around and be a blessing. But too many of you guys have not reached your destination, and you already trying to tell somebody how to get there. You ain't got there yet. She said that's what happened to me. This real talk, y'all. You can't listen. You cannot bring. I have Brother Johnny, different ones. They are constantly supporting Apostle Ely. And when I get, and they'll tell you, when I get to certain places, I start reaching back, blessing people, and helping them get to certain places in their life they want. But I do not help nobody get nowhere until I overcome my situation. Because I can't help you until I have gotten help. Until I can't advance you until I have been advanced. I cannot teach you how to master something that I am yet trying to master. That is, I don't know, like I said, I can only tell y'all how I've been taught. That's how I've been taught. That's how I function. That's how I deal. I don't care what ATR that I do. I first master, educate myself, and then I turn around and teach other people. That's why I'm good at what I do. I do not go out here teaching about stuff that I don't know about. I don't teach about stuff that I have not mastered. I do not. If I tell you this. I say, listen, this is my opinion. If you want to just know my opinion, I'll give you my opinion. But when I'm out here teaching this spiritual stuff, this stuff what I know. This is stuff that I practice. This is stuff what I implement in my own life. This is the stuff that I would tell my own children, my own mama, my own sister. What I give you, I would tell it to my nieces and my nephews. People that I love. Because I don't have time to be lying to people. I ain't for to sow them seeds. I got people that support me. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to be heard. There's a possibility you ain't got to mention me. I just want to be a blessing. I'm investing in your ministry. That's fine. I don't mention those people. But there are other people I mention you because I want. There are people that don't have that much, but they still support me. There are people that got a lot and they support me. There's people that's in between. My point is, I'm in a place in my life right now that I'm trying to get to a certain destination, and I am telling you as a man of God, when I get where I need to get, I am going to turn back my blessing on the people that supported me. End of story. If you do not support me, do not think I'm being funny. I'm giving you the same energy you gave me. What's up, Fiona? What's up, my Aquarius up in here? It's a family member was first to bury in a land. Does that make them the barren? It doesn't. Whoever. Let me say it like this. The first man, if a woman, whoever's birthed in a cemetery or a land first, they are the head spirit. Baron Samedi is an entity outside of that. They may be, I understand your concept, they will be the chief or the mistress of that cemetery. The first man, the first woman born, buried in a grave site, they run that grave site. They run that. But Baron Samedi is an entity all of itself. But that spirit is invoked in order to deal with the dead. And when it comes to voodoo. But anytime a spirit is buried in a land, they run that land. From that point on. They the head of that cemetery. Anytime I go in the cemetery, I deal with the head spirit, male and female in that cemetery. Before I deal, even if it's in a family plot, I still have to acknowledge the head spirits of that cemetery. even though I invoke my own spirits that rule over the cemetery, like Oya. That's my head Orisha. I also call the Baron. Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Just because he said first family member, no. Whoever, it doesn't matter if they're family or not. Whoever buried first, that's who runs that cemetery. You have to get permission for them to work in that graveyard. Even if your family born in there. If I want to bring out somebody in my family in a cemetery, I have to still deal with the head of that cemetery. I have to get permission to deal with my ancestors in that cemetery. Everything got protocol, y'all. Everything. Baron deals with the dead. So does Oya. So does Hecate. There's a lot of ATRs out there that have different spirits or entities that you can call on to guide you when you're dealing with the spirit of the dead. People like me dealing with necromancy, we have our own spirits that we deal with. Anybody else got any questions out here? Any questions? Did you ask Jane? One, my husband passed away and now his family is using him for voodoo work. Is that okay? Well, what kind of work is they using him for now? If you and your husband got along, they can call him all day long. But I mean, it's ancestor veneration. It doesn't matter if it's voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi. Our ancestors are our ancestors. Sometimes people feel like that we shouldn't disturb the dead, but they can. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your husband. Once you talk to him, if y'all got along, he'll work for you too. And you don't have to be in voodoo for you can be in Santeria, you can be in Christianity. I've been trying to learn more. Our ancestors' head spirit chooses us, right? Yeah. Our ancestors, what people don't understand is spirits choose the individuals that they want to work for. Even though somebody is your ancestor, that's why you do divination or you ask questions, and those spirits will let you know whether they want to work for you or not. A lot of people feel like that's my mama, that's my grandma, my auntie. It don't really work like that. Those spirits have to want to work for you. Now you can influence, because you can bribe spirits, influence spirits to work for you, but I wouldn't advise that, especially when it comes down to warfare. You want spirits that are going to be loyal to you regardless. And those are the spirits that have outchosen you. But for the Jane 1777, you can I have ancestor incense on my website, and you can burn that and call on your husband. If y'all had a good relationship, like I said, y'all know how husband and wife, they died, but they ain't got it for each other. So I wouldn't advise. But if he got it for you like that, he'll work for you too. He won't just work for his relatives, he'll work for you too. But head spirits, every family has a hierarchy. And I'm going to say this too. If you have, let me sound up here. I ain't make sure nobody on YouTube got no question. We had a great relationship. Yeah, I would put out you can put out cold water as an offering. Make sure you get a picture. You make sure it's a picture of your husband alone. You do not how is they mostly deal with her in Santeria or Lukumi. It's still an ATR. She Santa Muerta is still a entity, and it's an elemental entity that but they practice with her. That's holy death. They practice with her in Santeria and Lukumi. But like I said, you can use the cemetery to heal. Like, people just think the cemetery is used for negative stuff. It really isn't. It can be used for prosperity and what have you. But for the young lady about the relationship with the husband, I would put out, I have certain things that you can get a consultation, and I can give you instruction on how you can work with your husband's spirit. For Jay McLean, I think, 36, Santeria and Lukumi. Some people just straight out deal with that entity because somebody in their family is dealing with holy death, and so that spirit follows that particular individual. There were a lot of people I don't know, so some I know. Ancestors, my thing is from South Africa. If I was you, I would get a divination done and see who comes up regarding who's working with you. Spirituality is not something you really have to guess at. You just have to spend the money in and get the proper readings so you can find out. And a lot of times people just don't want to spend the money to find out who, because I spent a lot of money to find out a lot of stuff. And you have to deal with the right type of people that know what they're doing. So when you think about questions, like if I was working with that particular entity, you need to understand how Santa Muerto works. I'm not against, I don't work with her, because I work with Oya. I got my own holy death. I have the mother of the cemetery. Any other questions? I work with the dead a lot. A lot of my ancestors died when I was young and don't know my ancestry. Let me explain something, y'all. When it comes down to your ancestry, let me explain it. Let me make it real simple. Don't care what ATR you in. It's in your blood. Just like Dana, DNA test will tell if you the father or you bloodline. Your ancestor, your bloodline, it doesn't matter if you don't know their name. The reason why it matters to some of you all, you think that it makes a difference. Your ancestors are with you whether you know who they are or not. What you have to do once you start aligning yourself with a particular practice, because that's what they're going to tell you. Depending on what's been in your ancestry, that's what you're going to practice in involving your spirituality. I have a nice, wait a minute, I have a niece that is Wiccan. Or niece, I think you might be saying niece. Is that evil practice? No. Listen. She just asked, is Wiccan a evil practice? That's just like saying and asking me, is that a bad diet? It's not a bad diet. Is it the diet for you? Depending on how you trying to practice and what's in your bloodline, it may not be for you. We don't want to make things good or evil. It ain't about good or evil. It is what is naturally in your bloodline. What did your people, your ancestors practice? And what we do is we mix Christianity with a lot of these ATRs, and that's why a lot of the confusion is. Christianity is all about what's right, wrong, good, evil, and they do more evil than any other ATR. And they actually stole their system from Egyptology, from Egypt. And they made Egypt the devil. But that's where a lot of the sciences of Christianity come from. The Christos energy, that's Horus, all that come from Egypt. They just gave it different names. Somebody asked a question. His grandpa was messing with some type of spirit, and that's how my husband died. They might have not fed that spirit. What's up, Miss Tanya Cutler? Good evening. Somebody said, I appreciate you. You take time to share. So grateful. Let me tell y'all something. If a lot of spiritualists, I don't have to teach you the ATR's mysteries to teach you fundamentals, because it makes the job of your journey better. You have more sober-minded expectations, and it makes you where you're spending your time, energy, and money in things that is actually going to benefit you. You're in the right class. It's like being at college. You need to be in the right class to get the right degree. So you can actually, if you don't know what you're trying to do, you could just be spending your money in classes that you can't even use towards your degree. Make sure that you understand enough about you and what you're trying to do so you would know what that is. Somebody say, what does ATR mean? ATR means African Traditional Religion. Since all civilization started in Africa, all of these sciences are break off of African sciences. By the way, I'm James Ely. Hey, well, Ely, I don't know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. How you doing, James Ely? Any other questions before I get off of here? When you guys, let me say, if you have not taken out time to join my YouTube account, please do so, sir and ma'am. Don't forget, in my closing, I don't see any more questions. In my closing, the negative talk is only hurting you. Hurting your time, hurting your energy, hurting your resources, your currency, everything that you invest in. If you want a positive outcome, you need to be in alignment with that outcome, okay? I will be back on later on tonight. Sir and ma'am, please, those that support, share. I appreciate it. So how does one out which ATR? You have to get a divinational reading and find out what bloodline. Because every just because people are in the same family tree don't mean that we all practice the same ATRs. There's people in my family do not practice the ATRs like I do. And they don't practice them as deep as I do. I was born to do this stuff. That's another thing. Don't think because you're in a certain bloodline that everybody in the family got the same gift, because that's not true. Some people are born in families and they'll never practice in any of the ATR. Michelle said, reading please. All right, hon. You're welcome. Hold on. I'm going to do a reading for this Libra. And what is, I'm going to burn this 7 chakra incense. And guess what? Chakras are not a terminology that we would have used in the ATRs. But I understand the energy and by which they talk. We would use different other terms. We would not talk about chakras. We wouldn't talk about alignment. We talk about cleansing. We talk about breaking spells and hexes and conjure. Remember, a lot of the terminology that we use has nothing to do with the ATR. I am located in Florida, and my church is in Fort Pierce, Florida. But you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and, well, you already got me on TikTok. Burning sage. Sage is ruled by Jupiter, and it's an air element. And I do not, a lot of people burn sage, and I don't advise people to burn sage without understanding how sage moves. If you're going to do a complete cleansing, right, then you use sage. Sage is going to remove both vibrations, the positive and the negative. That means that if you had something in your house to bring in money or prosperity or luck, and you burn sage, you removing all of that energy. You have to do work to bring all that energy, that positive energy back in, because sage removes everything out of the atmosphere. It's just like when you want to script varnish from a furniture, that's what sage does. It scripts everything, which it makes you more vulnerable. Also, you know another thing, black soap is like that. It strips you of everything. So if you're going to use certain herbs or certain things, you need to understand how they operate. So if you're gonna burn sage, it's a Jupiter, ruled by Jupiter. So the strongest day would be Thursday or the hour of Jupiter on any day. And burn. I'm getting elevated. Burning sage on that day. I personally do not burn sage like that because I don't need to move my spirits out of my vicinity like that. I would use Palo Santo. I like to use Palo Santo more than sage. When you smoke out with sage, you clearing out everything. And sometimes if you're in the middle of a financial situation, or you're in the middle of a health situation, or if you're in the middle of a war, you don't need to be driving out your troops messing with sage. Yeah. I think Palo Santo is ruled by Venus. Florida water. I got it around here somewhere. I would, if you are doing real spiritual work, I would, as a practitioner, you should make your own Florida water. Store-bought, commercialized things are cute, but when it comes down to real work, you want to be able to utilize homemade remedies. Just works better. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes, concerning Michelle de Libra. Michelle de Libra. What is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes, concerning this Libra? What is it that this Libra needs to be focused on? What does this Libra need to be paying attention to? If you're gonna put a bowl of water in your home, then you need to add camphor or lemon. Just putting water to collect negative energy, or salt or sea salt in it. You don't want to just put water in your home. It'll collect positive or negative energy depending on. If you just put water, water is an amplifier of energy. You don't want to amplify negative energy if you're trying to cleanse something. So just don't use water. Either camphor or salt or lemon. Michelle Libra, you ready, sweetheart? If this is your first time in my live, I do a 3-card spread. The first card is your shadow card, middle card is what's presently going on, and then your outcome card is the third card, as I've said. Hey there, Scorpio. Your first card in your shadow card came up is the Death of Death. Coming up for Libra, which is ruled by Venus. It says Nun Yud Tav. It said, I now focus my attention and meditate on total conviction and certainty of absolute demise of the angel of death once and for all. This card coming up for Libra is talking about letting the past be the past. Can I? Yes. I would use honey, but I would use honey mixed with brown sugar to sales. And if you can get some Palo Santos, that'll work. But Michelle, your card is talking about focusing on your attention and meditating on what is important and what conviction, not being in a situation where you like, should I be focused on this, focus on that? You need to focus on what is important at this time. And it's talking about the past being the past. And then look at this card, dispelling anger. You're quite welcome. Remember, y'all, when y'all using honey, honey moves very slowly. So if you got certain things that you're trying to move quickly and you want spirits to come in and move for you quick, then you need to use cinnamon, not honey. Depending on what y'all trying to do. Your middle card, Michelle Libra, dispelling anger. Pei Va Yud. It said, I remove the allure and the power of the world's controlling idol, that by invoking the power of this name, anger is purged from my heart, and my happiness and peace of mind are generated from within. This has a lot to do with the conversation we had today. I want to encourage you to understand that you will end up with happiness and peace, because it's coming up in your middle card, which is presently going on right now. Things, if you do the things that were spoken to you today, things are going to work out in your behalf and in your favor. Hold on. And then we got your outcome card is Mem He Shin. It says, the power of this name brings the energy of healing at its deepest and most, look, this is beautiful. Healing at its most deepest and most profound levels of being, because I now accept full responsibility for my present condition, and because I have used my energy to concentrate on others who also need healing. This is so accurate for what we done talked about today. I'm not going to reiterate it, but this is definitely get you some guidance from 23 and 27. You're quite welcome. Some days I get off. All right. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I've been consuming cinnamon a lot lately with mango. Mango is ruled by Venus. Oranges are ruled by the sun. What kind of tea? You said as a tea or anti? Remember, when you're consuming something, you're basically using yourself as the generator. It still matters what type of mentality or what kind of mindset that you have, okay? That is very important. When you're utilizing yourself as the channel and you're not utilizing the candle, make sure that you stay in frequency. That's, if you're going to utilize your own self in that nature, make sure that you have certain crystals on yourself so you can stay in a certain vibration and frequency. Because remember, water takes on vibration and frequency. And depending on how you think and how you move, that's what's going to be going on. All right? All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate those that have Cash App and supported. Hey, Apostle E and everyone. Hey, Miss Lady. I make tea with ginger, cinnamon, oregano. That's a good tea. Turmeric and thyme. Yeah. And that's that removes a lot of infection too. A lot of people don't realize how good cinnamon is to ingest. She's at work multitasking. Boy, only a woman can do that. I'd have been done got messed up. Once the salt water has absorbed the negative energy, how do you dispose of it? A lot of people tell folks to flush. Listen, I'm just very big on taking stuff to the ocean. If you're getting rid of negativity, I personally wouldn't be lazy, and I would try to get that out as far from me as possible. I have ocean water and river water near my house. It's more convenient for me, I guess I would say it like that. But I personally would utilize the especially a body of water flowing away. You don't want you don't never throw negative even if you're doing negative work, you never throw that stuff in a body of water that's coming back in your direction. That's like, if the wind is blowing your direction, why would you blow something negative out there because it's going to blow it back in your direction? Some things are just common sense. If you want to get rid of that stuff, get that in flowing water away from you. If you're sending it out and it's negative, or if you are removing some negative, get that stuff out. And I would not flush that down my toilet, because it still has to go through your drainage. And you don't need that negative energy flowing out through your drainage in your house. Just think about that. You're putting negative energy through the pipes in your house. Now you wonder why your house breaking down. Yeah, cinnamon. We got some good listeners out there. All right, guys. Miss Lady, Pisces, where you at? One more can I do? Wait a minute. Say, what more can I do to help my business grow? I do everything that I am supposed to do. If you ain't working with my Better Business candles or my Better Business incense or money incense, like quite naturally, I'm gonna push my own products, but I'm a very, very big component of Psalms 7 for businesses, also Psalm 112, 113. But you got to really have a spirit. What people don't understand when you working with businesses, because you're dealing with other clientele, because you have to influence more than one person. This is not your individual money work. You have to have a strong enough spirit that is going to be able to deal with more than one person or draw more than one type of person. Because a lot of times you can have a lot of business and a clientele that ain't spending no money. You want to bring money people into your businesses, and you want to bring people that have resources into that are going to purchase. So you have to understand that it's not just about drawing money, but you have to draw type of people. I have figurine candles that we use that are green, because you want people that have resources, that it don't bother them or won't bother them to be able to spend a certain amount of money into your businesses. They said, man, you are A1. Thank you so much. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. Remember, guys, I'm going to say this again, because I know y'all be on these apps and y'all be looking at honey is to sweeten things, but over a period of time. It's just like this person is talking about their business. Do you want your business to grow over a period of time? Then you would use molasses. It's slow, but it is steady and it's consistent. Then if you need quick money in your business, then you're going to work with cinnamon. You're going to work with cinnamon and sugar. There's other things that you have to put with that, because I ain't going to give everything out. I ain't even going to lie in front. But my thing is, you have to think about what you have need of. So that's why I always tell everybody, no matter what you practicing, you got to come back to you. If you trying to build wealth over a period of time, then you need to do certain works. If you trying to do, oh, there you go, Miss Lady. Okay, there you go. I'm going to burn some roll opening to do her reading as well. But when you go, if you go into a practitioner, you should have you should have an idea of what you need to do, and they can tell you whether they can do it for you or not. I think that too many people trying to do too much on their own, and they ain't did enough study to understand what type of energy it's gonna take. Think about this: if you're running your own business, right, and you already got so much energy that you got to give to your own business, then how much energy do you really have to give to spiritual work? It to me is smarter to pay somebody else to do that work for you, to give their energy to your business, because you already giving so much of your time to your business. There's only so much energy you can give out in a day. Just makes sense to me. I got to get a roof done on my other piece of property. I'm not finna go do that roof. I'm finna pay somebody. My energy is going to other things. I cannot go out and do that. It don't make sense to me. You say, I'm paying. Go to my website, book a consultation with me, and order. There's things on there that is just self-explanatory. I'm just trying to tell you. I tell people all the time, you got to do what makes sense for you. I don't have time to cut my yard. That's why I got a yard man. Yes, yeah. I like your example. Some people. Wait a minute. Yes, yeah. Like you. Example. Some people are for you. That's true. You're quite welcome. Yeah, we got to. I just tell people, if you spent more time understanding your personal needs and being able to communicate them more effectively, you would not run into a lot of problems, because you would realistically know what you're trying to do from what you are. Even the people that may need certain work done, I tell them, if you're not financially able to maintain it, then don't do it. It's okay. I'm not. I'll be here. I'm 49. I'm gonna be here quite some time. If you can't get me today, next week, or next month, I'm gonna be here. I'm a nurse, and I'm in contact with a lot of spirits. Oh my God. Nurses, I always tell them they need cleansing and healing. Because when you're dealing with sick people have draining parasitic energy. It ain't nothing. They don't have to be in no kind of practice. It is what it is. Spirit of sickness is parasitic. And you have to protect yourself. You have to have certain charms on you to repel that energy and cleanse yourself. I deal with sick people spiritually too. I'm not a nurse. I am a doctor. A witchy doctor, but I'm a doctor nonetheless. But my point is, all right, I got to read for my Pisces. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes concerning Miss Lady, the Pisces, Miss Lady, the Miss Lady, the Pisces. What is it that this Pisces needs to be focused on? What is it that this Pisces needs to be focused on? That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes for this Pisces. My Miss Lady, I'm gonna have to do some special work because you got to take care of you, baby. Every time you make space for somebody else, they're gonna find something for you to do. Your first card, soulmate. Let's get it on. Your first card is talking about soulmate energy. Shin Aleph Hey. It says, using the sequence of letters of energy of soulmate is arise in my being. I now attract the other half of my soul. All my existing relationships are enriched and imbued with soulmate energy. Okay? Miss Lady, this is talking about making sure that you are whole. Hey, that's Scorpio, I see you. Ooh, you got double Scorpio. That's some good old strong sexual energy. I got Scorpio on my chart, but not like that. Miss Lady, you are attracting, it says the other half of yourself. It is time, listen, it's time for you to be pampered. It is time for you to be loved on. It's time for you to be salivated. It is time for you to be touched on. It is your time. It's like you need to be loved down. I'm talking about Kelly Rowland anointing. I'm talking about till your leg is numb. You need to be loved. Sorry, that's just what is coming up in your cards. You need some attention. Then your middle card, it says finish what you started. Lamed Kaf Bet. It said I am endowed with the power to conclude everything I begin, especially tasks and goals of a spiritual nature. I'm serious. You know I'm serious. You know how I am. Now I'm being honest with you. This right here is your middle card is talking about finishing. Somebody said not the leg. Yes, numb. Just take it off. Hey, they say get your back beat. Slap out. Take my spine cord and put it on the dresser. Take my spine and just need to be worked over. Praise God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Your middle card is talking about being able to finish what you there they go. Finish what you started. And making sure that you finish your task and be moving in the direction of what you have already started. And then, see, this is what I'm saying. This is stimulating jealousy. Your outcome card is dealing with jealousy. Somebody say I'm screaming. Don't know. Y'all know, hey, I'm just telling them, that's a good read there. Like, I'm talking about, like, who needs the spinal cord when you got good loving? Fold me up like a folding chair. That's what you need to say. Like the song say, know when to hold them and know when to fold them. My Pisces need to be folded like a folding chair. Jet He Va. I ascend into the upper world to diminish the forces of darkness caused by my envying thoughts and jealous ways. By taking responsibility for my thoughts and actions, I lessen the pain and suffering in the world. This outcome card, baby, is really talking about you focusing on, you always worrying about what other people need and what other people think and what other people, how other people got going on. Your outcome card, you got to turn that on self. Listen, you need to be loved, baby. I ain't talking about, like, they be talking about, oh, you need to go do something. No, you don't need to do something for yourself. You don't need to take care of yourself. You need to be beat to sleep. You understand? You need to be put to sleep. Yes, you need them to put you in a coma. You need love. It's going to do wonders for you. That's the magic that the doctor is prescribing. It's necessary. This is the season for the beatdown. Huh? Get you some, you need to get my love incense and lose your mind. It's okay. You will be able to get it back. Somebody said, come on now. Oh, that's awesome. You know it's the truth. I don't. Y'all wait till we get to 1,000 on my YouTube. I'm gonna show y'all something. Somebody said not to beat down. Oh yes. Trying to tell you. Release all that stress. Somebody said you need that back crack. I know that. You don't need your back crack. You need them to remove your spinal cord. You need to be moving around there like jelly. Cause jam don't shake like that. Yes, sir. What Beyonce said, about to make me lose my breath. You're a nurse, Miss Lady. You need to be pulling for oxygen. And when you get that oxygen mask done, go back on in there. Say round 2. This is the season to get free. Yes, sir. Look at my Libra talking about, yes. You got to have that loving where you don't even want to put no shoes on. You ever had that kind of loving when you ain't even couldn't like, child, please. You walk out the room and leave your wig. You don't even care no more. It don't even matter. All right, baby. She said, I did get, yes. Let's get together. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We had a good time. I'll be seeing you guys this evening. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that have been subscribing and supporting my to my Patreon family. We got to get together. Let's get this started. I will be eventually doing my mentor classes. She needs to be taken to sweet Jesus. Let me tell y'all something. There's times you need loving where you have Jesus blushing. My website is actually, when I click off of here, is right on my bio. All you got to do is click on it. It'll take you right to my website. All my information is in my bio. My YouTube account, everything's. I made it very easy. But let me explain something to y'all. Make sure that when you trying to grow, you start lying to yourself. Because some of y'all talking about, y'all, listen, you need good love in your life. Because a lot of y'all angry and frustrated because you're not getting a good release. You got to find, what is that thing called? That ball when they be knocking down the buildings. You need to find somebody that know how to knock down the building with 1 or 2 strokes. Huh? Just make you fold up. You know when you go to trembling, if your leg is not trembling and your leg ain't numb, ain't doing it right. All right. Y'all need to start clowning with me. Bulldozer, yeah, so it got to knock it down. Bam! Hey, you got to, it got to, say if your kids were home, it got to be a wrecking ball. There you go, a wrecking ball. You need a man with a wrecking ball anointing. Yes, sir, a wrecking ball, that's right. Bam! And everybody know what's going on in that room. Huh? And it's just the intensity is so awesome in that room. Everybody know what's happening in that room, but you need that. And when it's done, you come out there like nothing happened. Huh? Your hair all crooked. Huh? You walking wobbly. You dragging your leg. You look like you done had a stroke. You're slobbing. But you free. If he ain't got that wrecking ball anointing, say, sir, I can't play with you. I got to get there. All right? Somebody tell, oh my God, it's the truth, y'all. All right, much love to you guys. I'll see y'all tonight. Round 9. All right. Let's see up in here. Let's see who came and caught me today. We got my Libra Michelle. We got Brother Johnny. What's up there, Father of our church? We got Mama Susan done slid up in here. I ain't see you. We got Tanya Cutler. We got Brother Johnny. We got Fiona, Sister Jackie. Calvina, my spontan. Sister Jackie. Ian. T. Carter, my Scorpion. Then I got my Taurus, Al Marie. Trirana, Sister Brickhouse. Peter from Trinidad. Can't wait to meet him. Christine L. Turner up in this mug. What's up, my Sag? Susie Q. For you. All right, I think I got everybody. All right, guys, good evening. I'll see y'all later on tonight.